The University of Michigan Common App Essays. Let's talk about them. So looking at just how massive the University of Michigan is, both in terms of physical size and in impact, you'd be unsurprised to find that the university requires 2 sizable essays. This gives us a lot of space for including content, but it means that structuring the essays may be a little bit intimidating. So let's dive in and break them down. The first prompt requires a classic community essay. As you could see by the examples cited in the prompt, you can mention aspects such as shared geography and ethnicity, but you can also mention others as well, such as educational background or socioeconomic status, if such a community is relevant. So the prompt encourages the discussion of your place within such a community, and one way to get at that idea is through action. How have you served that community? What responsibilities have you taken? How has your role changed over time? With 300 words, you can really tell a story here. For inspiration, I'd encourage you to look at your activity lists and think about any organization that could represent such a community, like an affinity group. Referencing such organizations is great because you could show how you progress in terms of title, such as by starting off as a member and working your way up to president. Of course, there's more to a community than just your title within it. So be sure to expand on how you developed your reputation in that community. Perhaps you've organized several successful events in that group. Maybe you've acted as a mentor figure. Whatever the case may be, don't be afraid to add some texture by showcasing some of the dialogue and interactions you've had with members of that community to get the audience emotionally invested. Now, we move on to the Why School essay with 550 words of space. That's almost as much as the Common App personal statement. So how do we cover such a wide space? Well, the prompt asks about your academic interest, so there is a bit of a why major component here. As a result, I encourage you to break down this essay into 2 components. The first concerns this idea of academic interest and why it matters to you, which we can then connect to Michigan by explaining how you hope to pursue that interest at the university. So talk about how you pursue that interest inside and outside of the classroom, leading to what you hope to pursue in the field next. For instance, if you're interested in studying policy, something you may have explored in AP classes and extracurricular activities such as debate, then talk about what areas you hope to explore in college, whether that pertains to domestic or international issues. That brings us to Why Michigan, where you should spend the majority of the space allotted. Remember, you can always visit the university website to find any courses or professors that interest you at the program to which you're applying. Be sure to dive into detail, citing how those resources will facilitate your learning in the subject area you introduced earlier. But with Michigan, we can go even more specific, citing aspects of the university that are unique. For instance, Michigan has among the most student groups of any university, with 1,600. Many of those are academic societies, where you can receive mentorship and learn more about the subject of your interests. There's also the Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program, which allows students opportunities for hands-on learning, even as first years. And of course, you can always mention aspects of the campus itself that can facilitate your learning, such as libraries and labs, which you can learn a little bit more about by checking out our school tour video. Now, you don't have to use every bit of space available, but just as with any essay, using all the space provided gives you a chance to showcase your interest in the school and sell them on your candidacy. You do that and you're all set. You got this.